Welcome! This is Motoring Today, the Philippines' premier and longest-running weekly motoring news and features electronic magazine. I'm Ray Louie Gamboa.
And I'm Susie Gamboa. Here are the features we have for you this week. On Motoring Forum, we shall continue the discussion on Toyota Motor Philippines' entry into the hybrid electric vehicle industry with my dad, Mr. Butch Gamboa's interview with the brand's first Vice President for Corporate Affairs, Attorney Romel Gutierrez. A road safety reminder on the Young Street Smarts portion centers on overtaking rules when in a multi-lane highway. This week's Payag Chuper shall be about respect to the pedestrian lane and its users. The public service segment shall have the motorist's proposed solutions to traffic. Showcase this week shall have the compact sedan from MG Philippines, the 2019 MG6 1.5T 7T ST Trophy. While for race weekend, we'll have the highlights of the 2019 National Slalom Series Leg 8 held in Robinsons Novaliches.
All these plus the latest news on the country's transportation and traffic management are in this edition of Motoring Today. Join us!
The things that make my day. My mini-me. My kind of jam. My passion. My blend of coffee. My inspiration. That's all good with the all-new Vios. My Vios, my drive.
Calling all automobile enthusiasts. Autofocus.com.ph is exclusive to the automobile, where you'll find reviews on the latest brand new car models, together with their head-to-head comparisons. It has the detailed specs of car models available in the country and their latest SRPs and special promos, together with the latest auto industry news and developments like car launches and test drives. Autofocus.com.ph is all about automobiles. Click on.
Be part of the 2019-2020 Autofocus People's Choice Awards. Only nationwide poll to determine the country's most popular car brands and models. It's easy. Log on to www.autofocus.com.ph/AFPCA 2019. Then vote for as many as 5 different models that you believe should become the 2019-2020 Autofocus Automobile of the Year in separate standard and premium luxury categories. Vote every day until September 30, 2019. The Autofocus People's Choice Awards will win. You choose, you decide. Vote now.
Suzuki All-New Ertiga.
Life is beating fast. Find what you're waiting for.
Seven-seater in style. All-New Ertiga debut.
Welcome back. Motoring Today now starts with the latest news and developments in transportation and traffic management. NLEX Corporation held a groundbreaking ceremony for the 8.2-kilometer Subic-Freeport Expressway, or SFX, aimed at improving traffic safety and easing travel time to and from the Subic Bay Freeport Zone.
2 additional expressway lanes, 2 new bridges, and a new tunnel are being put up for the SFX capacity expansion. NLEX Corporation said this will increase road capacity as the lanes in each direction will be doubled. Also included in the 1.6 billion peso project is the installation of extra sways. standard LED lights to improve motorist visibility when driving at night. It also includes the raising of Maritime Highway Rizal Highway, Tipo Road Junction, and the enhancement of the drainage system to help alleviate flooding in the area. Following the groundbreaking ceremony, a ceremonial tree planting was also held to signify NLEX Corporation's commitment to plant more trees in its bid to replace those affected by the ongoing road project.
The SFX is targeted for completion by September 2020. It is seen to enhance accessibility and promote travel efficiency on this key road that connects Bataan and Zambales. It is also expected to boost Subic's competitiveness in trade and tourism industries. Meanwhile, DPWH Secretary Mark Villar reported the progress of the Build program of the government.
The DPWH said they've been recording major progress on the projects under the Build program. The department was able to achieve a disbursement rate of 80% and 93% for the obligation rate last year, according to DPWH Secretary Mark Villar.
Last year sa 2018, kasi ang pinag-usapan natin 2018, yung 2018, binanggit ko po kanina, ang obligation rate namin more or less 93%, ang disbursement rate 79 point something, almost 80. So more or less yun ang pinakamataas sa history ng DPW. So may improvements, nakakaroon ng improvements, pero syempre hindi naman perfect, tuloy-tuloy naman ang improvements natin.
Additionally, Secretary Villar said they are targeting to complete all projects upon President Duterte's term end.
Halos lahat naman na pinili namin para significantly matapos lahat po ng projects. And also, gumawa rin kami ng pipeline para, siyempre, after ng term ni President, tuloy-tuloy naman po ang mga projects. So meron, hindi lang yung projects na immediate, pati yung projects para sa long term, nakalatag na ho. Harbor Link, tapos na. Ang Skyway, malapit na rin matapos. Ito po, bubuksan na namin itong Laguna section. So in the next few years, sunod-sunod po ang opening ng mga build projects.
Secretary Villar also acknowledged the delays on the construction of some of the projects. The official said there are certain factors that contribute to delays and pushbacks of timeline.
Yung sinasabi nila, in-explain ka na namin to, yung projects ng DPWH, minsan nakakaroon ng may request for an extension for weather, lalo na po sa mga typhoon areas. Hindi naman dahil delayed, pero may karapatan naman sila mag-request for extension pag may mga weather conditions that would affect the timeline ng project. Hindi naman yan that's part of our process. Kami naman, syempre, gusto namin minimize yung mga delays, pero may mga bagay talaga, given that we're a typhoon-prone country, that hindi talaga natin ma-anticipate.
Speaking of natural calamities, the DPWH stated that they ensured the projects are earthquake-proof.
Lahat po ng ginagawa po namin ngayon, seismic rated. Kung titignan nyo, napakakapal ng semento dito, may cement treated base pa. So these are all seismic rated for the strongest earthquake that we can anticipate.
The DPWH added that they will be updating the list of the projects under the Build program for the public to be aware of the progress.
The infrastructure projects serve as the long-term solutions to traffic, according to transport departments. Continuing, with the DALG's 60-day limit to reclaim roads nearing, the MMDA said that a big percent of the roads in the metro has been cleared.
According to the MMDA, the clearing operations being conducted by the agency is still ongoing. However, they are calling to the local government units to help maintain the obstruction-free roads in their respective areas of jurisdiction. The MMDA said the efforts would only go to waste if the progress couldn't be maintained, especially that there are still vehicle owners who don't follow the rules. Additionally, MMDA General Manager Jojo Garcia stressed that the increase in the volume of vehicles daily is also a big factor in the congestion. With this, the official noted that the clearing operations are effective.
Kung hindi pa tayo nag-clearing, hindi natin nilinis yung mabuhay lane sa katong national road. Sabi ko 200,000 na, more than 200,000 na nadagdag na sakay. Baka hindi na tumatakbo talaga ang Metro Manila. So, the mere fact na tumatakbo, araw-araw may nadadagdag pero tumatakbo same speed, ibig sabihin, may nadadagdag na kalsada. Kasi kung walang nadadagdag na kalsada, padagdag lang ng padagdag ang hindi na dapat tatakbo yan.
With regard to the designated impounding areas, Garcia said the current ones are already almost full and running out of space. However, the MMD is presently looking for available lots that could be used as an impounding area and talking to its owners.
Bakit napupuno ang mga impounding? Kasi nga tuloy-tuloy yung operation namin. Ito, pakita ko lang ha. For this week alone, no? Every day nag-average kami ng mga 280 illegal parkings. So sabi ko nga, ang registered vehicle sa Metro Manila, 3 million, close to 3 million. Not counting yung Cavite, Bulacan, Rizal, Laguna na pumupunta ting umaga. Siguro kung mga 200,000 yan, meron yan or more, no? So manghuli man ako na 300 na sasakyan araw-araw, 3 million yung registered vehicle, ha? That's less than 0.01%. Kaya hindi maramdaman pa rin ng tao na seryoso ang gobyerno. Kaya nga nagpapasalamat kami sa ganitong klaseng mga media press con na seryoso tayo sa panguhuli.
The agency stressed that this should be a valid proof that the government is doing their work to solve the traffic problems in the metro.
The MMDA is calling to the general motoring public to cooperate with the agency for the clearing operations to be more effective. And finally, the MMDA has reported that it's ready to provide the escort to emergency vehicles, particularly ambulance vehicles, that have to squeeze through traffic. This is following the recent issue regarding patients having their lives at risk due to the gridlock.
The MMDA said that motorcycle riding traffic enforcers can be tapped to escort emergency vehicles all over Metro Manila when the need for it arises. The agency says this is to get emergency patients needing urgent care to reach hospitals the soonest possible time. On-ground traffic enforcers can also assist ambulances through traffic on roads congested with vehicles or when motorists refuse to give way.
The MMDA stressed that emergency vehicles with passengers who require urgent medical attention must be given priority and must be spared from being stuck in traffic. Those are the latest news and developments in transportation and traffic management. Coming up next is Motoring Forum, brought to you by Suzuki Philippines. Here's Ray Louie.
Thanks, Susie. Continuing with our presentation on Toyota Motor Philippines' entry into the hybrid electric vehicle industry, here once again is my dad, Mr. Butch Gamboa, as we get more insights from Attorney Romel Gutierrez, TMP's first Vice President for Corporate Affairs.
I have here now no less than the first Vice President of Toyota Motor Philippines for Corporate Affairs Group. He's Attorney Romel Gutierrez.
Thank you, Butch.
Let me congratulate you and Toyota Motor Philippines for your very successful launch of the all-new Corolla Altis with hybrid technology.
Thank you, Butch. We also would like to thank the media for joining us in the launching of that beautiful model.
Any motoring journalist worth his salt will not miss this milestone. This is a big step towards creating more awareness about electric vehicles.
Yes.
Although the Altis is not a purely electric vehicle, it still offers an alternative to the sole use of fossil fuels.
Oh, yeah, actually, Butch, before we go into pure electric, we have to transition. That's why Toyota looks at it as a transition to future pure electric. We have to first go into hybrid. Yeah, that's the main purpose.
You know, this is indeed, as I mentioned earlier, a big step for the industry.
Yes.
Although I still hear some pessimists in the industry or among its observers doubting the future of electric vehicles. Although there are so many studies saying that is really the future and it could really help the world a lot if we shift to electric vehicles. And I guess their pessimism is based on, and maybe you can be here to confirm or lay some doubts about their thinking. They say that they feel the success of shifting to electric vehicles lies mainly on how the government views it. If there will be no significant incentives, not only for the industry, but for the people who use electric vehicles, it can never really make a bold improvement in its use. What can you say to this?
Yeah, that's correct, Butch. Government really plays a big role in the auto industry, being a big contributor to the economy. No? In fact, the auto industry has always been treating the government as a partner in promoting the industry, in coming up with appropriate regulations that will nurture the industry. So it's not only in the past, but even as we face the future, government is always to be there. You know. And for Toyota, we have been here for more than 30 years now, and we are really promoting, we really want to enhance the local manufacturing of motor vehicles. So it's a continuous process. Now, as far as electric vehicles is concerned, we see that as future, a goal to be achieved at a future date. But of course, we have to start somewhere. That's why Toyota is bringing in hybrid vehicles as a start towards that goal.
Forgive me, attorney, but it's been several years ago that this awareness for the use of motor vehicles was pushed locally and of course a lot longer internationally or globally. But it seems that it hasn't really taken off. Will I take it that government support for this is wanting?
2 years ago, when the train law was passed, there was already a recognition of the importance of hybrid vehicle with the giving of incentives in the form of excise tax, which is 50% now of the regular excise tax for regular vehicles. So we see that as a good start, and we will continue to work with the government for more, not only fiscal incentives, but even non-fiscal incentives. We have to encourage the use of vehicles that is technologically advanced, like hybrid.
As I mentioned earlier, industry observers or the motoring observers say that the incentives should not only be focused on the industry, but to the users as well.
Yes, correct, yeah. It may not be in the form of fiscal, but non-fiscal, like, parking space, the toll fees, motor vehicle user charge, those things, non-fiscal accessories. That will really help encourage customers to help us promote the technology.
I understand one of the biggest stumbling blocks to the complete success of electric vehicles is the absence of infrastructure.
That's correct, Butch. Especially at the infrastructure that we are referring to are those electric vehicles that needs to be plugged in. Because even pre-use, we have the version of plug-in hybrid. So again, as it is right now, since there's no infrastructure yet, it's not easy to bring in the Prius plug-in hybrid. That's why we start with hybrid electric vehicle, HEV, which charges by itself while the vehicle runs. No? But we have available products. But again, you mentioned that infrastructure is not yet ready. So that we have to put emphasis also.
In one of my past trips to Japan, mostly during times of Tokyo Motor Show, I saw a sample plug-in station,
Yes.
which looks very simple, though I think it's a lot more complicated than as it simply looks.
Yeah.
There be anything in the long plan of Toyota to possibly engage in providing this infrastructure to the Philippines on a partnership basis with government?
Of course, that is a big possibility. I was in Thailand last week. Exactly, Thailand is already introducing the plug-in. We actually visited a school where they pilot test vehicles within the campus using Toyota electric vehicle with the charging station along the streets. So if that can be replicated in the Philippines, it's really a possibility.
Would you recommend to the government that they seriously consider a private partnership, one of the PPP projects, and putting up of this infrastructure for electric vehicles?
Not perhaps in a big scale. We have to start small, maybe a theme park.
Or like UP, probably.
Yes. it's a good start. You know, we have to start small. We have to start somewhere. Yeah.
For aid-willing villages.
Yes, and then replicate it later on. Yeah.
Attorney Mel, thank you very much.
Thank you, Bush. It's an honor to be interviewed by.
I feel privileged.
Yes.
To have this chance.
Thank you. Yeah.
For allowing me.
Thank you, Bush. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
That was my dad, Mr. Butch Gamboa, and Attorney Romel Gutierrez. Our feature this week on Motoring Today's Motoring Forum, courtesy of Suzuki Philippines.
The things that make my day. My mini-me. My kind of jam. My passion. My blend of coffee. My inspiration. That's all good with the all-new Vios. My Vios, my drive.
Ako po si Michael Kaliwag, 12 taon ng patrol crew para sa NLEX SCTEX. Bilang patrol crew, handa akong humarap sa anumang di naasahang sitwasyon. Naalala ko pa noon, 2009, Bagyong Ondoy. Papatrol kami sa NLEX nang may nakita kami isang pamilya na natrap sa bubong. Kahit kailangan magpatrol, nagdesisyon kami na sagapin at iligtas sila. Kami ang NLEX SCTEX Patrol Crew, kaagapay at katuwang nyo sa mas maayos na paglalakbay.
Continuing with Motoring Today, here once again is this week's series of valuable motoring tips. We start off with road safety reminders on the Young Street Smarts portion courtesy of Toyota Motor Philippines. If you are on a multi-lane highway, mahigpit na ipinagbabawal ang tumawid papunta sa kabilang parte ng highway. As seen on the animation, you can overtake on your lane provided that it is safe to do so. Proper driver's demeanor, especially among drivers of public utility vehicles, is one of the major concerns we are addressing on our segment, Payong Chofer, courtesy of Mitsubishi Motors Philippines.
Payong Chofer lang, kaibigan. Ako po si Ka Jojo Martin, isang kapwa nyo, chofer. Bigyang prioridad ang mga pedestrian.
Matutong magbigay daan sa mga tumatawid na pedestrian, lalo na sa mga bata at matatanda. Tumigil sandali at huwag magmadali. Maging magpasensya upang makaiwas na rin sa disgrasya. Siguraduhin na buo ang iyong atensyon sa pagmamaneho at sa lahat ng nasa paligid mo.
Bukod sa iyong mga pasahero, huwag ring kalimutang irespeto ang mga tao sa labas ng sasakyan. Ito po si Ka Jojo Martin. Payong Chofer lang, kaibigan. Mula sa isang kapwa nyo chofer.
The things that make my day. My mini-me. My kind of jam. My passion. My blend of coffee. My inspiration. That's all good with the all-new Vios. My Vios, my drive.
Be part of the 2019-2020 Autofocus People's Choice Awards, the only nationwide poll to determine the country's most popular car brands and models. It's easy. Log on to www.autofocus.com.ph/AFPCA 2019. Then vote for as many as 5 different models that you believe should become the 2019-2020 Autofocus Automobile of the Year in separate standard and premium luxury categories. Vote every day until September 30, 2019. The Autofocus People's Choice Awards will win. You choose, you decide. Vote now.
Mitsubishi Expander.
Welcome back. We now welcome you to Motoring Today's World of Motorsports. We start with the latest news and developments. Young VJ Bakungan again stole the show at the third round of the AAP Motorsports Development Program's Gymkhana Competition Metro Manila Leg, held at the Mega Tent in Libis, Quezon City. One of the finds of the MSDP, VJ won both the 1300 and below and the 1301 to 1500 class of the competition. Competitors are given 2 attempts to set quick laps around a challenging Gymkhana course, with the times plus penalties of the 2 heats added to get their official result of the day. Jericho Pereza was second in the 1300 and below class, while Matzi and Pauline Bautista was second and third respectively in the 1301 to 1500 class. Al Alvarado topped the 1501 to 1800 class, with Dante Gotum and Kevin Gonzalez finishing second and third respectively. Ryan Ablang had the best cumulative time in the 1801 to 2000 class, beating Alan Santiago in second and JP Polentan in third. Ryan also won the 2001 and up class, after winning all 3 rounds of competition in the 1300 and below class and scoring 2 first place and 1 second place finishes in the 1301 to 1500 class. VJ has ensured his place in the MSDP National Gymkhana Finals in both classes with 1 round still left to go. Despite not scoring points in the third round, Pawi Basa still leads the 1501 to 1800 class with 14. Only his mother, Denise Nolasco, with 8 points has a mathematical chance of stopping Pawi from claiming his place in the finals. Allen, on the other hand, leads the 1801 to 2000 class with 13 points. With 17 points in hand, Ryan has 1 foot on a finals berth of the 2001 and up class. Round 4 of the Metro Manila leg will be held on November 8, with the finals to be held a day later. Crucial championship points for the Slalom King title and class championships are up for grabs in the Leg 9 of the 2019 Race Motorsports Club Phoenix Pulse Technology National Slalom Series to be held on September 29 at Robinsons Novaliches. Will the reigning Slalom King again show up and beat his brother to be on top? Or will it be the other way around? Or are we going to witness a different surname to claim the top spot of the podium? All that and more as we continue covering the series. But before that, highlights and sidelights of Leg 8 are up next on Race Weekend. More in the world of motorsports here on Motoring Today as we now give you Race Weekend. The 2019 Phoenix National Slalom Series is seeing the return of some of its major stars. Mala Rivera is more or less a regular fixture in the last few legs. Who's also making a comeback? Let's all find out. A very familiar sight here at the Robinsons Novaliches as we have another round of the 2019 Phoenix National Slalom Series. This is the 8th leg of the year. Back again in Robinson's Navaliches for the 8th leg of the 2019 Race Motorsports Club Phoenix National Slalom Series. And also back to WOW Slalom fans and enthusiasts, both spectators and competitors alike, is Milo Rivera, exhibiting the same quickness, control, and consistency that propelled him to the Slalom King title for 5 consecutive times. So it's back to the years when on most every slalom round, it's how to catch up to the king driving the green starlet. Also making a reappearance at this year's 8th leg is another of its major star, Doc Pee Wee Mendiola. And how is Doc Pee Wee finding himself back in slaloms?
Well, actually, I stopped racing slalom for the past almost a little over a year. I just came back today, so I'm shaking down my car and see if it still pairs up with the present crops of car. So far, it seems like it's there. Yeah, maybe the driver is a little rusted, but I'm trying to get in the groove again.
And what really lured Doc Pee Wee back to slaloms with his rear-wheel drive subcompact?
It's one of the older cars here and it's still a rear-wheel drive. So when they told me there are hardly any of these cars running now, so I said, yeah, I'll give it a try. So I gave it a try. I think it's still up there. So I just have to change my tires to newer tires. They're old tires, so it's a little slippery now.
The return of Doc Pee Wee, like Milos, was welcomed by most, especially those competing in the rear-wheel drive class. We've seen their number diminishing through the years. Among these drivers is Joseph Ortega, who has been dominating the class this year.
I'm here with the one of the leading candidates for rear-wheel drive class driver of the year, Mr. Joseph Ortega. Hi Joseph, thank you for joining us.
Hello, thank you.
So how has been race weekend for you so far?
Well, it's very tough right now since we are having many problems with our car, but we're able to cope up. We're able to set things up, and yeah, we're getting good times. Yeah.
Once again, you've been dominating the rear-wheel drive class for quite some time now. Are you looking at going into a different category maybe next year or the next season?
Well, right now, no. Especially now that Doc Pee Wee's coming back, we're gonna have a challenge next year.
Dudes de la Rosa, like many others who turn up regularly on slalom race weekends, are in it for the fun of driving around a tight course marked out by cones or pylons, getting through the course, the chicanes, the 180s, the 360s, as quick as clean without touching the cones as possible. Without teams of mechanics at beck and call and sponsorships for funds, Dudes admits to finding it difficult to set up or repair the car he competes in. So what does he do?
Adjust na lang sa driving. Yun lang. Kasi wala akong pang-maintain masyado. So adjust na lang ako sa driving.
For many of the younger drivers, slalom racing is all about fun and the accompanying adrenaline rush, and no worrying about the competition.
Basta enjoy lang and then don't worry too much about the time. Yun lang. So far, wala naman akong tinitake as competitor kasi nag-enjoy lang talaga ako for myself. Yun lang.
Now, well into the second half of the slalom season, every leg continues to see a healthy number of entries joining in on the fun and excitement. Some are regulars out to sate their thirst for racing, some looking to win class championships. A few are contending for the Slalom King title, and many are newbies being encouraged by veterans to try out the sport.
Well, they just need to come here, just need to register. Experienced drivers actually teach the newbies, so we'll be glad to teach them for free. They'll just need to register here, and yeah, that's it.
And there you have it, the 8th leg of the 2019 Phoenix National Slalom Series. Be sure to check us out next week for more race weekend action.
It is great that stars of recent slalom past are again showing up to compete with the regulars as well as the newbies, making for exciting and action-packed race weekends. What's also great to hear are slalom veterans saying they are willing to teach and guide youngsters to enjoy and excel in the sport. That's this week's World of Motorsports. Motoring Today continues right after this break.
The things that make my day. My mini-me. My kind of jam. My passion. My blend of coffee. My inspiration. That's all good with the all-new Vios. My Vios, my drive.
Be part of the 2019-2020 Autofocus People's Choice Awards, only nationwide poll to determine the country's most popular car brands and models. It's easy. Log on to www.autofocus.com.ph/AFPCA 2019. Then vote for as many as 5 different models that you believe should become the 2019-2020 Autofocus Automobile of the Year in separate standard and premium luxury categories. Vote every day until September 30, 2019. The Autofocus People's Choice Awards. Who will win? You choose, you decide. Vote now.
NLEX Viaje Tips presents Healthy Road Trip. It's time for that much-awaited vacation, but here are a few things to watch out for. Sitting for long periods of time can form blood clots in your body like in the legs. To avoid that, stop for a quick break, get up, and move around to get your blood pumping. Car air conditioners speed up dehydration, so make sure to drink water frequently. Lastly, while driving, protect your eyes from the sun by wearing UV blocking sunglasses. And for a smoother trip up north, you can now drive all the way to your destination with one RFID. Get your Easy Trip RFID sticker now.
Suzuki all-new Ertiga.
Life is beating fast. Find what you're waiting for.
Seven-seater in style. All-new Ertiga debut.
Welcome back to Motoring Today. The auto industry now takes center stage.
Toyota Motor Philippines has announced the full model change of the Corolla Altis. In line with the Toyota Environmental Challenge 2050, environment-friendly technology is made more accessible with the introduction of the all-new Corolla Altis 1.8V HV variant. It is powered by a VVT-i 4-cylinder inline DOHC 16-valve engine that gives out 121 horsepower and 142 Nm of torque.
So now we're in the 12th generation. The major changes actually are focused on the top-of-the-line variant. As I said earlier, it now comes with a hybrid electric technology which combines the power of electric motor and a conventional engine to make a very fuel-efficient drive, and it's also at the same time very low CO2 emission, which is good for Mother Earth.
Having been developed under the Toyota New Global Architecture platform, both the driver and passengers are ensured with improved ride experience through a quiet cabin thanks to the sound insulation.
Interior, we have 7-inch multi-information display. We have also changed the dashboard and the panel. For the leather seats, it's also improved. And then for the top-of-the-line variant, it comes with 8-way power adjust support and a lumbar support system as well.
The all-new Corolla Altis also provides reassuring sense of security with safety features incorporated in the overall development of the vehicle. According to Toyota, the all-new Corolla Altis marks another milestone to the company's history as the model is the first in its lineup to feature 3 of Toyota's latest technologies in one variant, such as Toyota New Global Architecture, Toyota Safety Sense, and hybrid technology.
So this 1.8 variant comes with our Toyota Safety Sense, which offers 5 cool safety features. It has pre-collision system, dynamic radar cruise control, lane departure alert, lane tracing alert, and also automatic high beam.
Burmaz Auto Philippines, the official distributors of Mazda vehicles in the country, recently took members of the motoring media up north to Pampanga in Baguio for a test drive event featuring the all-new Mazda 3.
We're here at the Clark International Speedway. This is the first stop of our 3-day drive with the all-new Mazda 3. And it's the first time that we brought out the local specification Mazda 3 for the journalists to try out in our local road conditions. So we have them experience the drive all the way from Manila to Clark. Then tomorrow we'll be doing Clark to Baguio, and then Baguio back to Manila.
The 3-day media drive featured 5 Mazda 3 variants, including the Premium and Elite Sportback, Sedan, and Speed.
So the all-new Mazda 3 comes in 5 variants. We have a 1.5-liter Elite Sedan and a 1.5-liter Elite Sportback. We also have a 2-liter version of each. So that's a 2-liter Sportback and a 2-liter Premium Sedan. So both of the 2 liters are in premium class. We also have a 5th variant, which we call a Mazda 3 Speed. So that one comes with original Mazda Speed body kits and a red burgundy interior to make it more sporty and classy at the same time.
The drive showcased the features and capabilities of the all-new Mazda 3, which centers on the concept of object of universal desire. According to BAP, they have dramatically improved the quality of the Mazda 3 in all areas such as design, dynamics, comfort, package, and safety. Additionally, the Mazda 3 is equipped with Mazda Sky Active Vehicle Architecture, which is an engineering approach to give customers an easy and pleasant driving.
Mazda has always been about engineering the perfect vehicle. And through their hard work, we are enjoying the benefits of that hard work because right now we are driving one of the most refined cars in its class. The all-new Mazda 3 feels like a car that's above its class actually. It's so quiet inside, so refined inside. The behavior of the car on the road is so smooth. So it's like buying a more expensive car without actually the penalty of the price because you probably experience the same thing in a car that's about 2 or 3 times more expensive. So that's how the Mazda 3 is for the consumers.
The Mazda 3 also comes with safety features that are under Mazda's proactive safety philosophy, such as advanced smart brake support, Mazda Radar cruise control, advanced blind spot monitoring, driver monitoring, front cross traffic alert, cruising and traffic support, and smart brake support rear crossing. AutoNation Group, official importers and distributors of Mercedes-Benz vehicles in the country, has officially unveiled the new CLA in a grand event held at Versus Barcade in Bonifacio Global City, Taguig.
The new CLA right now goes in its 2nd generation. The body designation is C118. So we are just continuing the success of its 1st generation. And right now you will expect a lot more on this vehicle. From the connectivity, from the design, from the functionality, it all changed a lot from the predecessor.
As presented during the launching, the 2nd generation Mercedes-Benz CLA boasts a sleeker, sportier, and techier character, from its emotional design to the improved Mercedes-Benz user experience or the MBUX system.
It's an all-new body, so it's totally new from the engine. The size is longer, it's wider, You also have created a wider wheelbase, so that creates more legroom in the interior. And of course, we are also introducing again the freshen up MBUX, the Mercedes-Benz user experience, which has the Hey Mercedes command. So it's like you're talking inside the vehicle, like artificial intelligence. So you're just talking to someone just with the command of the Hey Mercedes thing. Yeah.
The new CLA is equipped with LED high-performance headlamps with daylight running lamps, which complements the low-slung bonnet and the diamond grille. The new narrow-design tail lamps and the number plate housed in the bumper on the rear emphasize the width of the new CLA. The car has more presence on the road thanks to the 18-inch multi-spoke light alloy wheels. The new CLA is powered by an inline 4-cylinder engine mated with a 7G DCT 7-speed dual-clutch transmission, producing an output and torque of 136 horsepower and 200 Nm of torque respectively. AutoNation Group says that these features bring the design DNA of Central Purity to a new level.
I'm really excited to tell you that the new CLA doesn't have really a direct competitor right now in its segment in the market. So it's the compact coupe 4-door. And it's the only one right now in the segment. That's why we're very, very excited to launch this vehicle in the market.
Audi Philippines has rolled out the all-new Audi A6 limousine in a grand event held at the Manila Polo Club. As presented, the exterior of the all-new A6 stands out with its balanced proportions, visually shorter overhangs, athletically taut surfaces, sharply defined edges, and striking lines. In front, a wide low-set single-frame grille, powerfully drawn air inlets, matrix LED headlights, and daytime running lights emphasize the sedan's sporty character. The all-new A6 measures 4,939 meters long, 1,886 meters wide, and just 1,457 meters high.
We are proud to say that the Audi A6 is the widest in its class, of course the roomiest as well. It comes with a 2-liter TFSI engine, which is a mild hybrid, which is again first in its class.
Meanwhile, a technical black panel design dominates the interior of the all-new A6. The newly developed seats underline the character of the A6 as a supreme long-distance sedan. The design of the seat cushion and backrest provides a high level of comfort and good lateral support.
The Audi A6 is much roomier this time. It's equipped also with a 4-zone air conditioning system, so passengers at the rear could control also the system in front. It also comes with a Bang & Olufsen sound system, Audi smartphone, all the technology that is tech-savvy for these days.
The all-new A6 is powered by a 2.0-liter TFSI turbocharged 4-cylinder petrol with mild hybrid engine technology mated to a 7-speed dual-clutch automatic transmission. It is capable of producing 245 horsepower and 370 Nm of torque.
The key features are now the Audi A6 is being a mild hybrid engine. It's supported by a 12-volt battery system to save fuel to run electric system of the vehicle as well. It also comes with a twin MMI touch systems, a technology that has passed under by the Audi A8 and of course our other flagship, the Audi Q8 as well.
The all-new Audi A6 is now available in all Audi showrooms. The first ever Interclub Swap meet recently took place at the MetLife Phase 2 parking building, providing a venue for car owners and enthusiasts to sell, swap, or trade anything out of their trunk.
The first MetLife Toyota Manila Bay Interclub Swap Meet is a venue in which where individual car owners, vendors, manufacturers can come over, display and sell, swap whatever spare parts you have and all your wares.
The event is the first of many to foster camaraderie among the members of clubs who will be taking part, namely Vios Club Philippines, JDM Underground, WRX STI Club, Donut Shop, Club MR2, Classic Toyota Club Philippines, Toyota Auto Club Philippines, Vios Online, Grupo Toyota, and Altis Club Philippines.
We have more about the local auto industry as we now give you our Car of the Week on Showcase, courtesy of Prudential Guarantee. Ever since MG Philippines re-entered the Philippine market under a new distributor, it also made its goal to improve its products and offerings. That includes the MG6. Watch this. That was the MG6 1.5T 70 ST Trophy, a car that has a lot to offer. Our featured vehicle in this week's showcase, courtesy of Prudential Guarantee.
Drive worry-free with Prudential Guarantee's auto insurance program with a free 24-hour nationwide roadside assistance included with your comprehensive auto insurance. Rest assured, we'll take care of you and your car wherever you are. Prudential Guarantee's auto insurance program, 100% worry-free driving.
The things that make my day. My Mini-Me. My kind of jam. My passion. My blend of coffee. My inspiration. That's all good with the all-new Vios. My Vios, my drive.
Be part of the 2019-2020 Autofocus People's Choice Awards, the only nationwide poll to determine the country's most popular car brands and models. It's easy. Log on to www.autofocus.com.ph/AFPCA 2019. Then vote for as many as 5 different models that you believe should become the 2019-2020 Autofocus Automobile of the Year in separate standard and premium luxury categories. Vote every day until September 30, 2019. The Autofocus People's Choice Awards. Who will win? You choose, you decide. Vote now.
We now have our public service segment brought to you by Honda Cars Philippines.
A lot of proposals have been pitched to solve EDSA's problem on perennial traffic. Some of these include ad event scheme, brand coding, private car ban, bus ban, among others, all of which have received backlash from the affected parties. One of the very controversial ones is the proposed one-way EDSA. In this scheme, all southbound motorists will use the said thoroughfare, while those heading north shall travel through the C5 road. A bus rapid transit system will also be part of this traffic solution suggestion. We asked the commuters who might be very affected on this scheme, and their reactions seem to be divided. One commuter sees the positive side of it and is open to the possibilities that this can make.
Punta doon, one way. Pabalik naman, C5 na, one way. Gagawa naman sila ng kung saan pwedeng sumakay papuntang C5. Kung ano ang mas maganda sa nakakarami.
Another commuter commented that they've been very affected of the Metropolis Major Thoroughfare's tremendous traffic condition and even blamed the MMDA on its traffic management.
Maapektuhan kami dahil sa traffic ng mga abala sa traffic, maraming mga worker nga nalilate dahil siyempre sa sobrang traffic. Ang MMDA hindi maganda magpaayos ng mga sasakyan kung saan nila ilalagay na parang maraming private ang pabor lagi ang private na sasakyan kaysa mga bus.
Recently, the MMDA has found an ally with the PNP Highway Patrol Group. We shall be asking the agency on their reaction regarding these matters coming straight from the commuting public.
That was Motoring Today's public service segment from Honda Cars Philippines. We'd like to once again urge the public to help us solve motoring problems in our midst by referring them to us so we can in turn bring them into the attention of the involved authorities. Please refer to the screen regarding our contact details. And that's the week that was in motoring. Thank you for joining us. Also, don't forget to check us out on our social media accounts.
Until next week here on Motoring Today, now in its 33rd year of continuing service to the general motoring public with a lifelong commitment to promote road safety. On behalf of Butch Gamboa, our dad, I'm Ray Louie Gamboa.
And I'm Susie Gamboa.
Happy motoring.